Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we will have a look at unary operators. In our previous video, we have seen what are arithmetic operators. Suppose for if you want to do addition of two numbers 5 and 10, in that case we will use addition arithmetic operators. So 5 plus 10. In this case, plus is the operator. 5 and 10 are called operands. So in arithmetic operators, we needed two operands to perform operation. Now, if we see unary operator, it needs only one operand, and we will see how to use unary operator. They are used to increment, decrement, or negate a value. For example, unary plus is used to denote a positive value, unary minus to denote a negative value. Increment operator, it increments the value by 1. Decrement operator decrements the value by 1. So the important thing to notice here is unary operator needs only one operand, whereas in case of arithmetic operator, we needed two operands to perform operation. Now we will go to IntelliJ IDEA and there I will show you how we can use unary operators. So let's open our IntelliJ IDEA. So I have opened my IntelliJ IDEA. Now I will go ahead and create a new class, new Java class name as unary operators. I will close this open files. Now we'll create a main method. Let's start with the examples. In this example, we will see unary plus and unary minus operator. Suppose I have a variable of int type int I having value as 5. I will declare another variable of integer type having name as unary plus variable, and I will assign this variable value as plus I. So here what I am doing, I am just taking this value I and I am assigning this value I to unary plus variable. But before assigning, I am just denoting this variable as a positive variable. So here I am not doing much. By default also this variable is positive, but unary plus operator is just a way of showing the number positive. Even though if you are not using it, still the number is positive as we know in normal maths as well. So you can use this number to show the number as positive number. Even if you're not using, still the number is positive. We'll take another variable int unary minus. Here I will use negative symbol and then I will assign ISO. Unary minus operator is used to negate the value. So this positive value I am taking and I am assigning negative symbol in front of it. So this number will be negated. Now this will become minus 5. Same concept is used in normal mathematics. That concept we are applying here. So when I will print this number, suppose unary plus I. Sorry, I have to print this variable. So I will paste it here. And again, I will copy and then I will paste unary minus. And if we run this, so we are getting unary plus 5, unary plus. Sorry, I had to replace this as negative minus. So yeah, we can see unary plus is 5, unary minus is minus 5. So we got to know that unary plus is used to denote a number as positive. Unary minus is used to reverse the positive number to negative number. The concept is same as we see in normal mathematics. So there is nothing much to discuss about unary plus and unary minus operator. So we will move on to our next operator, that is increment operator. Before moving on, I will just comment this. So I will just comment unary plus and unary minus operators. Now we will see example for increment operator. Before moving ahead, I will comment this code. Now, what is an increment operator? Increment operator is used to increase the value of a number data type by 1. So before going ahead with increment operator, I have to tell you two rules which we have to follow in context of increment operator. Whenever we see an increment operator, we can follow these rules which will make it easier for us to use this. So the first rule is the moment you see variable, use the variable. And second rule is the moment you see increment operator increase the value by 1. So using this rules, it will be easier for us to understand increment operator because there is a lot of confusion between folks. They often get confused whenever increment operators are used, like how it is working, how the increment is happening. So following this rule, it will be easier for us to understand. So let's see an example and we will try to follow this rule. Suppose we have a variable a of integer type, int a equal to 7. So value of a is 7. I will create another variable result of integer type and I will use increment operator plus plus a. So now we will try to determine the value of these two. So let me print the value of a plus 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 a. I will copy this. The value of result is result. Now let's look at the code and try to figure out what will be the output of this code. So here I have taken a variable a and its value is 7. Second, I'm trying to assign this a by using increment operator to this result variable. So as I said, the moment you first I'm seeing increment operator. So rule number 2, the moment you see increment operator, increase the value by 1. So I have to increase the value of a by 1. So a will become 8. Now, second, I saw variable. The moment you see a variable, use the variable. Use the variable means now I can assign this variable to result. So the value of result will also become 8. So the output should be 8 and 8. So let's run this. Yeah, we are getting value of a is 8 and value of result is 8. Now, here, since we are using this plus plus operator before the variable, it is called as pre-increment operator. Why it is called as pre-increment operator? Because this increment operator is before this variable. Now, what will happen if I use this increment operator after the variable? That is called post-increment operator. Let's see an example. So I will copy the same code. I will comment this piece of code and I will move this plus plus from front to back. So this has become now post increment operator. And let's try to figure out the output of this piece of code. Now let's look at our rules as well. So I'm seeing variable first. The moment you see variable, use the variable. So I saw the variable. Use the variable means assign it to result. So result has become now 7. So the value of result will be 7. Use the variable means you can use it for assignment or you can use it for any operation. So here I saw the variable first. I will use the variable first. So result will become 7 now. Now I'm seeing the increment. Now I'm seeing the increment operator. So I will increase the value of 8. I will increase the value of a from 7 to 8. So the a will become 8. So the output we should get is 8 and 7. So yes, 8 and 7. So the difference between pre-increment and post-increment operator is that in pre-increment operator, we have to increase the value first and then use it. In post-increment operator, we have to use the value first and then increase the value. So it becomes quite confusing for most of the folks. So I have created this rule. If you follow this rule, it will be easier for us to determine like how to use this increment operator. I hope it is clear. It will become more clear once we see more examples. Now let's see another example of decrement operator. We have seen increment operator. I will copy this entire comment and I will paste it, and I will comment this piece of code, and we will see decrement operator. It is denoted by minus minus. So instead of increasing the value, we will be decreasing the value by using decrement operator. The value of number data type will be decreased by 1. So this rule will be same. The moment you see variable, use the variable. And second rule, moment you see decrement operator, decrease the value by 1. So let's see an example. Int a equal to 10 and int result equal to minus minus a. So I will try to print the value of a plus a. Let's copy paste value of result. So here what will happen? The moment you saw decrement operator rule number 2, decrease the value by 1. So a will become 9. Now, the moment you see variable after decrement operator, I am seeing variable. The moment you see variable, use the variable. Now, while using the value is 9, so the value of result will be 9, and also the value of a will also be 9. So behind the scenes, what is happening? A equal to a minus 1. So at runtime, a will be decreased by 1. So that's why 10 will become 9. So if I run this code, I will get output as 9 9. So this is also called as pre-decrement operator because the operator is before the variable. If I copy this and we'll see post decrement, I will comment this. In post decrement, this negative symbol will just come in front. So after the variable, it will come after the variable. So this has become post decrement operator. Now let's remove this comments and let's analyze the code again. So the moment, so we saw the variable a, value of a is 10. We saw the variable a. Moment you see the variable, use the variable. So I will use the variable a will be assigned to result. So result will become 10. And the moment we see decrement operator, we have to decrease the value by 1. So now a will become 9. So the result should be 9 and 10. So let's run. Yeah, result is 9 and 10. So I hope it is clear, it is making sense how we are using pre-increment, pre-decrement, and post-decrement, post-increment operators. If you will follow this rule, it will be much more easier. Now we will have a look at some complex example. I will comment this code, and suppose I have a variable of integer type a equal to 5, and I have another variable b, and it is having plus plus a plus a plus minus minus a minus a minus minus. So we have to determine the value of b. The value of b is, in this case, what is the value of b? Let's analyze the code. This kind of questions are asked in the interviews, and it becomes very difficult to answer these questions. So that's why we will be following a rule. I will copy my rule here, and the moment you see decrement or increment operator, decrease or increase value by 1. So let's see what will be the output. So I saw plus plus, so the value of a will be increased. So 5 will become 6. 5 will become 6. Now I saw a, so I have to use this. So I will just write it down here. 6 plus. So I have to use this, means since this is an expression, I will use this number for further operation. So this has become 6 now. Plus now a, again a, so I have to use this. So I will use this. Now plus plus, then this a will become 7. Now 6 to 7. Again plus, then minus minus. Again rule number 2, decrement operator. So this 7 will become 6. Now again variable, so I have to use this 6, so again 6. Now minus, so minus. Now again variable, so variable value is 6, so again 6. Now minus minus, so 6 will become 5. So the final value of, let's print the value of a as well. So the value of b should be 12, and the value of a should be 5. So let's run this code. Yes, the value of b is 12, value of a is 5. So it is working perfectly fine. Once we follow this rule, it is working perfectly fine. Now let's have a look at another example. I will comment this code. Int a equal to 1, int b equal to 2, a equal to b plus 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 a plus plus. So I have to, what will be the final value of a and b? Value of a and let's see, find out what will be the value, final value of a and value of b. So let's see the code. As soon as we see the variable, we have to use the variable. So b is 2. So I'm writing 2, then plus plus. So we have to increase b from 2 to 3. So 2 has b has become 3 now. Now plus. Now a, again a, we have to use the variable. So a is 1, so I will use it 1. Now plus plus means a will become 2. So the final value of a will be 3. So value of a is 3, and value of b is also 3, because see, it has become 3. So I will write down as 3. Let's run the code. Yeah, the value of a is 3 and value of b is also 3. So we are able to properly evaluate what will be the result of these expressions. Now let's have a look at another example. I will comment this code. Suppose I have a variable of integer type x having value as 5. Now x equal to x plus plus multiplied by 2 plus 3 3 multiplied by x. So we have to determine what will be the value of x. Let's print the value of x. Now here let's have a look at code. So here x, the moment we see the variable, we use it. So the value of x is 5. Use 5. Now increment operator. So the value will become 6. 5 into, now multiplied by 2 plus 3 multiplied by x. Now x is 6. So we will use 6 multiplied by 6. Now in this plus and multiplication, the highest priority is for multiplication. So 5 into 2 will become 10 plus 3 into 6 will become 18. Now 10 plus 18 is 28. So we should get output as 28. Yes, the value of x is 28. Now let's have a look at our final example. We'll first comment this piece of code. Suppose I have a variable int I having value as 10. I have another variable int j equal to I plus plus modulus 5. So what will be the value of I and j? The value of I plus I. We'll just copy this piece of code. Now let's look at the code. So as we see I, we have to use I is 10. Now plus plus means increase the variable. 10 will become 11. Now modulus 5. So modulus returns the remainder. So 5 2s are 10, remainder should be 0. So the value of j should be 0 and value of I should be 11. Value of I we can see 11. So if I run the code, yes, I'm getting value of I is 11 and value of it will be j. Value of j is 0. So I hope it is clear now how to use this increment operator, and I have given you these rules. You have to follow this rule. It will become much easier to evaluate the values of this expression, because these expressions are asked very frequently in the interviews, and using these rules you can easily evaluate the values of these expressions. So I hope you like the video. If you have any questions or any doubts, you can mention it in the comment section. Till then, see you in next video. Thank you.